and welcome to my review of Doctor Who Season 8, Episode 8, Mummy on the Orient Express. So, we're going to play this game, and then we're going to review the episode. You ready? Let's do this. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. I'm already recording over here. Okay, so, engage. Pro mode. Pro mode engaged. No! Okay, now we are engaging pro mode. Let's begin with TARDIS teasers. If my long hair could not get in the way of my awesome sunglasses, something very special happened at the end of the Doctor Dances. What was it? Everybody lives. Everybody live! The Toclafane were remnants of which galaxy-spanning race of beings? The humans. What mythical creature appeared in the Curse of the Black Spot? A siren, that's what it was called, the siren. Wee. Okay. Complete the story name. A good man goes to war. The supermarket. Every good man needs to go to the supermarket. The monks in battle were missing their mummy. Are you my mummy? No, it was our heads. Well, there were only 5 in that. Hold up, this was a small episode. I can only have 250 questions. What kind of trickery is this? 250 questions, 250 points, you moron. Okay. Play again. Or next. Or now. How many members of the Cult Scar had 4? There were 4. 25. Well, technically there were millions because they left with the Genesis arc. Which servants of the Cybermen looked like they had shaggy hair? Cybershade? I forget what those were called. Cyberdogs? I think they were Cybershades. Yeah, because it was not Cyberdogs. I don't remember the dog they're ever saying. Deep breath. Golly. Okay. When we first meet the Jadoon in Smith & Jones, they're hunting for what? They're hunting for a good night out, killing people, and finding a hamivore, a plasmavore, a semivore, plasma. That was purely a guess. Oh my gosh, that was purely a guess. I love that. What K and were the creatures encountered by the 11th Doctor K9 and Sarah Jane Smith? The Krillitons. Oh my gosh, I was just about to say, if you're gonna ask me a Sarah Jane Smith question, I don't watch Sarah Jane Smith. Why would you ever ask me that? Why are the questions so short this time? Why are there only 50 points per thing? Why? Okay. In the mini-episode, The Night of the Doctor encounters the Sisterhood of oh, he does? In which 4th episode did we meet them? No, it was Brain of Moribus. Yeah, okay. What was the name of the Time Lady first seen in the 7th Doctor's era? The Nanny. Mary Poppins. Okay, anyways, the Rani. What was the control unit inside the Yeti used by the Great Intelligence? Glowing sphere? It was not a glowing... A yak, a circuit board, a glowing... No, it was a glowing sphere. I thought they only had a I didn't watch that episode, okay? The Yeti, I didn't... I really want to. I'll go look it up and watch it after this. Just kidding, I have to edit this. Complete the story name, Ambassadors of... Death. Yeah, Ambassadors of Death. That's the 3rd Doctor episode, I think. On which planet did the Flood live? Here, the Flood, Noah. Okay, that's biblical. Anyways, on which planet did the Flood live? Mars? It's the only other place where there's ever been life in Doctor Who. In our solar system. Anyways, round 4. The Doctor faced Azel, the last living demon. Which Doctor faced Azel, the last living demon? Third Doctor, I think. The third, 10th. It wasn't the first. It was definitely the third. It had to be the third. The third Doctor had the demons in them. Which piece of kitchen equipment did Oswin Oswald have hanging from her belt? A spoon, a whisk, a ladle. I think it was a whisk, yeah, it was a whisk. She was the souffle girl. Of course, she had a whisk. Could never make a good souffle though. I don't think I've ever tried a souffle. But in the Hungry Earth, we saw the return of the Silurians, the Sylvanians. That might be the name of a human tribe. Tooth and Claw. I already know what it is. How many legs did the Queen have in the Third Doctor's final story? 8! Oh, the Planet of the Spiders! Oh. Yeah, I actually did watch that one. It's a good episode. Okay. How many chances did the 10th Doctor give the cigarettes leader? Just one. Just one chance. And he failed. Pegged dolls appeared in which story? Nightmare of Eden, Nightmare in Silver, Midnight, Night Terrors. I think it was Nightmare of Eden. Nope, it was Night Terrors, and I didn't watch that episode, so I wouldn't have gotten it right anyways. These glasses do not properly engage my pro mode. What A were the golden, apparently benevolent creatures who were revealed to be tentacled monsters? Nope, axons. I swear. I was gonna pick axons. The Crimson Horror is set in which earthly era? Victorian. In Victorian Yorkshire. Which Doctor's real-life daughter appealed in which Doctor's real-life daughter? Oh, the 5th Doctor. Yeah, there was the 5th Doctor's actual daughter, who is David Tennant's wife, but played the Doctor's daughter in the episode The Doctor's Daughter, which was David Tennant episode. So I completed it. Pro mode disengaged. These glasses failed me. So, let's go to the review. Let me fix my hair first, because my hair is so super duper important, more important than this review. Let's do it.
And now we've reached the review part of the video. Yeah!
Okay, so, a mummy that only the victim can see on a train called the Orient Express that flies all throughout space. That's all you need. I'm done. Bye. Okay, so I may not have actually watched the beginning of the episode. Because of, just reasons. Oh, come on, how do you get to the first level? Shut up, I just got the game! So I don't know exactly how this episode begins, but I know that it starts off where we left off last time. Clara is still super duper mad at the Doctor for the reasons of the last episode. But somehow she lets him take her on a trip to the Orient Express. But this is not any ordinary Orient Express. Try saying that 5 times fast. This Orient Express is in space. A train in space. Where have I heard of that before? Is it me, or can the Doctor just not get on a train and have everything go perfectly right? I mean, come on, think of the episodes. Midnight. The Wedding of River Song. This episode. All trains. Nothing goes right. The Wedding of River Song didn't really take too terribly much on the train, but it did take place on a train, and something bad happened. So this is the lesson that we've learned from this episode, guys. We should never let the Doctor near a train. Anyways, it turns out there's a monster on this train, and what monster would that be?
A monster that is actually a mythical monster called the Foretold. A mummy that can only be seen by the person that it's just about to kill. So an old woman who is about 101 years old, very sick, and is about to die, is murdered by this thing. And now it's up to the doctor to save the day, while at the same time trying to convince Clara to keep going on adventures with him. Yeah, not exactly working out too well, is it? So the doctor goes on this mission and meets the person who owns the train, who, I swear the actor of this guy is the same actor who played Hitler in Let's Kill Hitler. Is it the same actor? I don't remember. And this guy just does not want to do anything about it. He knows that something bad is going on, but he doesn't want to tell anybody about it because he's lazy. So obviously the doctor has to force him to do work. Slavery. Don't do it, doctor. Just kidding. That guy was an idiot. Clara meets the granddaughter of the old woman, who is struck with a buttload of fear because her grandmother just died. Meanwhile, a voice comes from the train and explains to everybody what exactly is going on. The people who set up this express were simply observing this creature, noting that it perfectly fits the mythology. Anyone who sees it has 66 seconds to live. It basically tells everybody that we want you to try to figure out what this thing is and how to stop it. And we don't care if you die in the process. Now the doctor is faced with a very bad decision, but it's his only decision. Let a few people die, because only the people who are about to die can see this thing, and try to figure out what's so special about this thing. So a few people are killed by this thing, and it seems like no matter how much the doctor tries to persuade them to try to get them to describe to him what the thing is like, all they want to do is try to defend themselves. I mean, who could blame them? They are about to die. And the doctor does not seem very much in a mourning mood whenever people die, which just shows that he knows that today is not going to be one of those days where everybody lives. So he's basically thrown out the idea of morality in order to figure out what the heck this thing is and how to stop it. After a few deaths, the doctor finally figures out that this thing goes after people that are ill. After that, Mr. Hitler Captain reveals that he is sick. So guess who's next to die? But out of all these people who are about to die, it seems that he's more committed to what the doctor wants him to do, because he keeps on describing what this thing looks like until he is eventually killed. And then the doctor goes through the list of everybody who's on the train and tries to figure out who's the next person that it's going to kill, and figures out that it's that woman that Clara ran into. So what he does is he makes Clara lie to her to get her to go to the main room so that she can describe to him what the thing looks like. That made Clara pretty darn angry at him and kind of reminded her why she hates him so much. Anyways, they get there, the mummy shows up, and then the doctor pulls off something that I don't see why he didn't do to begin with. He has this little device, I don't know what it's called because I didn't watch the whole episode. If I did, I'd probably be able to get a full explanation of the whole thing. But he transfers her fears into his mind so that the mummy thinks that he is her, so that he can see the mummy. And of course, now that he can see the mummy, he figures out how to stop it immediately, just by saying, "We surrender!" because this thing was just so happened to be a soldier. Why didn't he just do that before? Don't complain though, because you didn't watch the whole episode. God damn you, Legend of Zelda. Afterwards, these people who are controlling the train say, "Thank you, you figured out the mystery of the Foretold." Unfortunately, survivors were not necessary, so they go ahead and drain the air out of the train. But the doctor has a teleportation device that takes them all into the TARDIS, and he transports them to the nearest inhabitable planet. And Clara, seeing that he actually did save everybody, is a little bit more lightened up to the doctor. I mean, she already established earlier that she just can't hate him because of a quote that she read that says, "Hate is useless against people that you don't like." Not quite sure how that works yet, but I'll figure it out. So afterwards, Clara asks the doctor a very, very good question. Does he love what he does? Which is making the impossible choices. And he asks why. She says, "Because you do it all the time." And he said, "That's just my life." So she comes to the conclusion that he is addicted to getting into trouble. Okay, cool. Which leads to a very big question. Does a doctor actually like what he does? Or is it just some terrible addiction that he got into a long time ago? Either way, Clara decides that she has the exact same addiction, and they go off on more adventures. And that's pretty much the end of the episode. Now, I don't really think that I can give it a proper rating because, like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing, and I'm not going to keep on beating myself up about it until I actually do. But from what I've seen, I give this episode about 3.5 stars out of 5. Like I said before, the doctor could have just taken that fear out of another victim and put it into himself and done this whole situation by himself to begin with. A lot less people would have died. Other than that, it was a pretty good episode. I still think Clara's gonna leave, though. Wait, what? Look, no, look. Jenna Coleman said that she was going to leave the show. Of course Clara's gotta leave. Everything has its end, okay? I definitely recommend that you go watch this episode. It was pretty good, but it had a few things that made it not so good. For example, train! Come on! Also, I just wanted to say that I have a few things coming in the mail. One of them is a Mo-U Oolong version 2. Yes, that's right, for all you cubers out there, even though the Doctor Who fans are watching this right now. But if there's a cuber that's watching this, I just ordered a Mo-U Oolong version 2, and I'm going to unbox it and I'm going to review it. And also, there's another thing coming in the mail that I will also make an unboxing for. So look forward to those. Thank you guys for watching this, and this is dclaiche saying goodbye. Shut up!